Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something that I think drives every single one of us crazy. It's that moment at the very end of a shopping trip that can sour the whole experience, the checkout line.
You know the feeling, right? You've got your cart full of everything you needed, you're feeling good, you're ready to head home, and then, bam, you're hit with this wall of people. It's just this universal moment of frustration. And it turns out, it's a way bigger deal than just a simple annoyance.
And that's really the heart of the problem. For us, the customers, it's a stressful, negative final impression. But for the businesses, it's a logistical nightmare of inefficiency, people ditching their carts, and just lost money. So, what's the fix?
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to really dig into the checkout problem. Then we'll introduce a pretty cool solution called Q-Smart. We'll see how the tech works, we'll cover all the benefits for everybody involved, and then the best part, we'll look at some real companies who are already crushing it with this system.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, the problem. That long line isn't just you losing a few minutes of your day. For a business, it's a serious operational challenge with some pretty significant hidden costs.
I mean, it is the classic lose-lose situation. Customers walk away feeling irritated, which, is not great for brand loyalty. And at the same time, the store itself is struggling with this chaotic environment. They can't figure out where to put their staff, and it's just a mess. It's a point of friction that hurts absolutely everyone.
Okay, but what if you could just get rid of all that friction? What if there's a technology out there designed to take that chaotic final step and turn it into something smooth, simple, and totally streamlined?
And that brings us to the Q-Smart checkout system. So what is it? Well, basically, it's a really smart queue manager. Instead of having a crowd of people all trying to guess which line is the fastest, it uses super clear audio and visual prompts to tell you exactly where to go. And that is the simple genius of it. It takes all the guesswork and all the stress right out of the equation. You're not frantically scanning every lane anymore. You just stand there and you wait to hear that clear, simple announcement, "Please proceed to checkout number 5." No more confusion, it's just easy.
So, you're probably wondering, how does this whole thing actually work? What's going on behind the scenes? Well, let's pull back the curtain and look at the tech that makes this possible, because it's a lot more robust than you might think.
To really get why this is such a big deal, you have to look at how things used to be done. These older systems, they often ran on regular PCs. And you know what that means. Viruses, system crashes, and oh yeah, the dreaded Windows is updating screen right in the middle of a rush. The Q-Smart way is completely different. It's a computer-free design. It runs on a custom, purpose-built operating system. That means it's incredibly stable, reliable, and just works.
And for you, the shopper, the whole process is ridiculously simple. The second a cashier is free, they click one button. Instantly, you hear an announcement calling you, and a big screen shows you exactly which lane to go to. No hesitation, no, "Are they talking to me?" It's a 4-step flow designed to make those final moments in the store completely friction-free.
But behind the scenes, this thing is an absolute powerhouse for the business. Managers can log in through a web browser and see how everything's performing from literally anywhere. Those big high-def screens, they can run promotions and ads during quiet times. And with features like multi-language support and the ability to integrate with big systems like SAP, it's really built to scale for any major brand.
Okay, so we've seen the tech, but what does it actually do? What are the real results here? Well, this is where we see that double win scenario play out. Really clear, tangible benefits for both the stores and for us, the shoppers. It really boils down to 3 main wins. A whopping 40% of the benefit comes from just making the store run better. That's operational efficiency. But right behind that, at 35%, is a better customer experience. And then there's this bonus a lot of stores don't even think about. It creates a brand new marketing channel, which makes up about 1/4 of the system's total value. So let's talk numbers, because these are pretty impressive. The core system itself is built to handle a massive volume of over 100,000 calls in its lifetime. It's built to last. And in the store, a single one of these systems can manage up to 50, that's 50, separate checkouts at the same time. I mean, think about the biggest supermarket you've ever been in. Yeah, it can handle that. And what about on the craziest shopping days? Well, the system is rated for 20,000 transactions a day. That's more than enough to handle the absolute chaos of something like Black Friday without even breaking a sweat.
Okay, specs and numbers are one thing, but what about the real world? Does this stuff actually work? Well, let's take a look at how some huge names in retail are already using this tech to completely change their checkout game. First up, let's talk about Flow. They're a major international shoe retailer, and they put the Q-Smart system in their stores across Turkey to deal with really high customer traffic.
Now this is the really clever part. Flow didn't just solve their line problem. They took that waiting time, which used to be dead time, and turned it into advertising time. Those big screens became a dynamic ad platform, showing off special offers to a captive audience that's literally about to buy something. It's brilliant. Next up, we've got Koton, and these guys are a huge international fashion brand. We're talking over 434 stores in 28 different countries, a massive operation.
Think about it. When you're running a chain that big, you need centralized control. You need data. And that's what Q-Smart gives them. They can handle queues across hundreds of stores, use different languages for announcements, and get this, their managers can pull up performance data right on their phones.
And it's not just them. The list of adopters is pretty impressive. You've got major department stores like Çetinkaya, electronics giants like MediaMarkt, and even high-tech brands like Monster Notebook and Apple-authorized service providers. It just goes to show you, this isn't some niche product. It works across the entire retail landscape.
So, let's bring it all the way back to the beginning, to that final moment in the store. The checkout is the last and often the most lasting memory a customer has of your brand. This tech turns chaos into a calm, clear process, which leaves us with a pretty powerful question. What if the last thing your customer remembers isn't the wait, but the welcome?